bing, boom, bing, boom. Right. Oh yeah. Otto and Lena, hi. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Yes and yes. Oh yeah. Alright, so what I want to try today, I need paper towels close if I want to do this, but I want to try painting with this intro set of golden open acrylics. They are acrylic paints, but they're meant to be a bit more like oil in that they dry slower. But at the same time, it's acrylic, so you dilute with water, or they have a thinner, and you can wash everything you have with soap and water instead of solvent. And I did this really quick doodle of a RPG character, a D&D character, and I want to make a mess on this. Now, the colors included with this intro set, they're not my favorite colors really, but it was still the best deal to try these and not break the bank. So you get benzimidazolone yellow medium PY154, naphthol red light PR112, ultramarine PB29, permanent green light, which is a mix of 3 pigments, carbon black and titanium white. So yeah, I'm not excited. I think this is a bit of a stupid... Where's the cyan, magenta, and... Well, the cyan and the magenta, I think the yellow is fine, but anyway, these are very limiting. I have other acrylics of various types, and I also grabbed a bit of that word, like the medium to slow the drying time of paints from Golden too, so I can use my other acrylics, mix them with this, and hopefully it will have the same like slow drying effect. And my fingers are busted because I cut my nails too short and now everything is painful. But I set up this little wet palette that I got from Temu, and I want to try it out at the same time, because why not? I have a bunch of odds and ends acrylic brushes here. 2 are Pro Arte acrylics. This one came in a description box. This is a Treacle Hug brush, which is more for oil, but yeah. And this is another one that came with the this set here. Did you cut them straight? No, not even. It's just that sometimes when I cut them, I need to cut them not as short because they tend to snag, and I have to like adjust and not sand them. What do you call that? The thing where you like rub against the sandpaper, you rub against your nail to make them softer. But yeah, they tend to snag and they tend to like brick on the sides, and then I have to kind of peel them off, and basically they get a bit shorter after I cut them, and I forgot and I cut them too short. So this index finger, yeah, emery board, thank you. The index finger is particularly busted right now. Alright, so this is a character that is meant to be kind of goth. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the white and the black substantially, but I don't know what else. And of course I made the like the base color. This is a acrylic gouache in neon red, because of course it is. I think I'm going to start with the ultramarine blue. Bit of it in there. So with the open, things are going really well. What a great start. So they say to not layer it thicker than 2 millimeters, because it dries extremely slowly. Not suitable for exterior surfaces. Yeah, no shit. I've never used it either, but I was really curious about it, so that's why I decided to get the intro set is really affordable. It's not that expensive. I think it's like $40 Canadian dollars. I know it drives Tracy Emmings mad when she... How so? I'm not familiar with Tracy Emming. I guess she would rather have the regular drying time ones. I have no idea what I'm doing, okay? I've never really done either oil or much acrylic in my life. I hope the noise is not too grating. It's been ages since I painted acrylic. Cyan uses... Yeah, I think so too. And Jinja also has some experience with these. Me, not so much. And I mean, this is just for exploration's sake. The surface I'm using is corrugated cardboard that I put gesso on. So it's still kind of wavy, but it's just to see how this thing works out. I saw someone paint something really nice with these and I was like, oh. And since I've never tried like any kind of slow drying, I've never did oil or anything like that, I was like, you know, maybe I should try it. And if I really hate it, you can easily resell these. That's not exactly an issue. Like, I'm not stressed out about the resale value of quality paints. Of course, you never really get the full value of what you paid, but you can at least get a bit of that money back. The paint feels really quite nice, but the surface I'm using is kind of really rough. So I used the white gesso I have is somewhat fine. But then I did my sketch and then I used some clear gesso, but this one is a bit rougher and the whole thing is a bit of a sandpaper texture to it, so yeah, I can hear it. It's ASMR. I hope it's not too annoying in terms of noise. Oops. It went... That to me sounds like a stiff brush. Yeah, well, that's basically what it is, so I guess that's good. That's fine. Just gonna get every color on there and wing it. Also, I used a wet palette on purpose, so if there's any paint left when I'm done with this session of experimenting, I can just close it and try to use it in the coming days. I don't know why I decided that trying with a painting of a character would be a great idea, but here we are. So what have you guys been up to? I use Otto's color coding method on my boxes and my partner complimented it. Yay! And today we went to buy all the painting equipment I miss. I need a refresher. What's Otto's color coding method? Okay, so get stickers with different colors. What kind of stickers? Like post-it, little dot stickers? just those office supply shop ones. Then you assign one color for room in your new place. Oh! Oh yeah, that's really clever. I remember that. I thought it was some sort of a, you know, when you organize your paints in boxes or whatever in the studio, you had to have a specific coding method to organize all that. But no, it's in regards to moving. I'm definitely doing that next time we have to move. Kind of hard to see because the paint is very reflective when it's on the canvas, so I sort of can't see the values I'm painting all that well. That way, even if you get other people to help you move your stuff, they will know exactly which room to put each box into. And I assign an extra sticker red for careful and not put anything on top. That's a really good idea. Otto, how's your progress on the annoying quilt? Touched it in this yesterday. No. Oh. Can you guys hear the rain outside? It's raining quite substantially right now. I thought it was a good idea to make a big quilt for once. I usually make single person quilts 50 inches by 70 inches. I think I only have one quilt that is double bed size. So I thought it would be fun to make a big one again. Turns out it's not fun. Plus I did the calculation wrong on the backing and I had to add more fabrics today. Well, I mean, would it be fun if it was just like if you didn't run into any issues? Or would it be, oh, it's not gonna look so bad, Otto. It's a wrinkly even after ironing it. Well, I mean, it has to be wrinkly, it's a quilt. All the good quilts have some wrinkles going. Hey, Yuri! Hi! You also had the allergy to... Yeah, but that's not something you can predict, really. Like, you didn't on purpose buy stuff that you knew you'd be allergic to. I tried this new bamboo cotton blend wadding because bamboo is supposed to have beautiful drape. It made my face peel. Aww. Oh. There is Shiro. Hello. The rain just woke Shiro up. Achoo! I saw no cats when I went out today, no Garfield and no Mabel. Pfft. What, they were too busy freeloading? Are you noticing a big difference between normal acrylics and open? Well, these don't dry out at all. Like, there are areas that I've painted earlier, and if I paint over them, it will pick up the color. It's a bit like wash in that aspect. The sound of the brush on the board. Acrylic ASMR. Also, because the colors are so mobile, I guess, perhaps my brush is a bit too stiff. But I feel like it's kind of difficult to get really opaque application. And since it doesn't dry fast at all... Oh, I dropped the water on there. Cute. Well, you have, like... I would have to wait a couple of hours for... Ooh, it picks up really easily too. Haha! Okay. Great. But not. There you go. So if you decide you want an area dry, is there a way to do that? Possibly hairdryer, or you just have to put it aside for a bit and come back to it later, I guess. I think you can mix in regular acrylics with the slow drying one, so you could maybe, you know, paint some areas with regular acrylic if you know you want them to be really dry and really opaque. But I think you can get some really nice effects with this by just the fact that it doesn't dry quickly, so you can really blend in colors and have super blended areas, but also some really fun brush strokes on there. I struggle with opacity too with acrylics, no matter the brown, I've just let it go. Yeah. Thing is it's a pigment thing more often than not. But with something like watercolor, you don't expect it to be opaque, so the way you will work the paint is going to be different. But if you work with paint with the expectation that it's going to be opaque and then it's not, well, that's not exactly the same thing going on. I've never painted with oils, so I can't say if it feels like oils. It doesn't feel like regular acrylics, that's for sure. And perhaps a wet palette is not the best idea for this paint, because perhaps it brings in too much water in the mix, and it's not necessary since these don't dry super fast. I have an idea. Just give me a sec. My brain. Trying to find a thing. So I hate the risk of staining something, but then always end up painting. Does it smell? I don't smell anything, really. I can say that these smells a bit more on the wet palette, but I can't say if that's the palette itself or the paints. But otherwise, these 6 colors, they don't smell at all. Where's my... oh, is it there? I'm going to try to do some... there you go. Get on there, you. Let's try with using a disposable palette instead. Where's Bugs? I have no idea. It's a very good question. Perhaps he had something planned for this Saturday. Let's hope everything is good. I miss painting in acrylic. Would you give it another try, Otto? Do you still have your acrylic paints? Trying to summon Bugs. Mr. Bucks. How do they do it in malls? Like, Mr. Bucks of Paint is requested to go to the information counter because his parents are looking for him. Mr. Bucks. Do we have a box light like the back? Ah! I used to paint with house paints. It was a lot of fun. Ooh! See, I've never seen little sample pots of them here. Perhaps they do it, but I've never seen it. And I think if I had seen it, I would have definitely been tempted to play with them. Yes, I think a wet palette with these is really not necessary. Perhaps you can store the paints in the wet palette when you're done, like using a palette knife or something. But I think they bring in too much moisture in the mix, which doesn't make for the best experience while painting with them. Well, at DIY stores, I've seen you can buy the big ones, and you have the areas with all the swatches on paper. But I've not seen small little pots of them. I don't know how it works. Perhaps if you ask them for sample pots, if you wanna, try the color on your wall, but don't buy a full container of it. Perhaps, but it's definitely not something you can just go in, grab, and leave. Yeah, they are, and I use the acrylic wood varnish a lot. It has a very sturdy surface. Ooh, just looked into it today, as it can be used to prepare a mixing area. Oh, so it varnishes the wood, so the wood gets waterproof, right? Bucks of Paint, our summoning worked. So How do Canadians choose which paint color? I have no idea. The only color I've ever had to choose was white. I think if I had to paint a new place, everything would be white still. I'm not big on painting the walls a specific color because I know I'm gonna tack a bunch of shit onto them. And there's not gonna be that much wall space, you know. It worked. Oh, that's funny. Hope it's been a good weekend. Oh, thank you so much. I'm trying Golden's open acrylics. You know, the ones that are meant to dry more slowly. Oh, I think the paint mix on here, not on there. Yeah, I wonder if I don't think I put I didn't take out any softer brush, but I kind of feel like this acrylic brush is a bit too, like, I feel like when I jam it into the paint, it picks up too much of the paint. But perhaps that's user error, which is also very possible. My Li's having some trouble seeing positive. Oh. Aw. Oh yeah, Otto, you can put them there, no problem. Any place is fine. It's almost going home time, and I think it all just kind of sideswiped her today, but emotions aside, both legs are healed up so nicely. And all of that side is going. Oh, good, good, good. Does she live with someone, or does she live on her own? She just needs to keep the spirits up and the exercises. It's great. Yeah, it is great. She's on her own, but has 2 people that come in every day, and hubby's sister is 10 minutes, and we're 15. Okay, that's good. Good, good, good. It's not something that I can really well understand, but I've heard that some people are really bummed by being completely alone. Or mostly alone, perhaps, would be more accurate. So I'm glad that if that's her case, she has you guys nearby. Qu'est-ce que tu manges, Chéro? She's eating something. Oh my god, my mother can't wait to get rid of me. She's lying there. Oh, she made me fly home the day after she got back. Emotions can get the best of us at weird times. I am fine, but had a total mini... Aww. Oh, that's totally relatable, Bugs. I need a trash can. Oh. Said you'd spit. Oh, I can see your hugging emoji too. I worked so hard on the botanical collab and this morning realized in my 10 minutes break at work. Painting in the middle of the night, so I forgot the... Oh no! Oh yeah, I mean that's so easy to forget, really. And I forgot to even take photos. Oops. What's this botanical collab thing? Lena seems to know something about it too. I've been out of everything. My calming mantra was "They'll know you. It is fine." It is fine. We did a small botanical collab with Lee, Dan, Cyan, Bugs, and Dana? I don't even know who Dana is. Sorry. and painted botanicals. We did it a few years ago and it was fun. So, oh, that's really cute. I'll have to check it out. I gotta be more careful about dropping water everywhere. Like, it's not really an issue with watercolor, but it seems to be a bit of an issue with this thing here. If you want to join in the next one, there's one happening for Halloween. Ooh! Halloween! AKA the best holiday of all of them. Halloween, is everyone gonna paint the carnivorous plants? Ooh, tea. I feel like you paint so quickly with the acrylics, the colors. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, really. Keep in mind, I don't know what I'm doing, but to me, it's a bit like the feeling of having a pile of clay in front of you and just noodling with it, which is not something you can really do with watercolor. Is it still hot outside? No, it's not too bad. It's going to be a bit hot for today and tomorrow, but then it's going to, go back to something a bit more manageable. But it's nothing like full summer, 30 plus degrees. What about you guys? How's the weather? Hubby was super sweet and asked if I was going to be late tonight. But it's Emmy needs to be checking in with. It's not too crazy work. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Emmy! But you have enough skills to adjust to the paint. Well, I don't know. It's a back and forth, That's the thing that I realized not too long ago, is that I'm not good at visualizing stuff in my head. I don't see anything. But if it's in front of me, I can sort of assess it and use that as a reference for progression. So perhaps that's why something that you can noodle and fiddle with like this is a bit easier than I thought it would be. What kind of tea did you get? We have 30 degrees. Oh, dude, why? How? It's almost September. That's illegal. You can't have anything this hot, this close to September. I refuse. It's not canvas paper. It's I did my best. Okay, so this was actually the part that I'm the most proud of. And hold on. I wanted to try this after seeing someone paint with it, because that's always how that go. But it's not a good thing, usually, because I go ham on something that I don't know and end up dropping most of the time. But this time I was clever. I was like, no, no, no. All you're getting is the trial set of paints and the medium, so that you can use the paints you already have. For everything else, use what you already have. So my test canvases of sorts are all sorts of scrap cardboard that I found. So I have corrugated, so this one is corrugated, so it has this sort of wavy pattern in it. And I have some chipboard, and I have a old matte board that was red, but I painted on the red, so it's kind of like very light pink now. And that's it. My practice canvases I made were bits of scrap paper that was going in the recycling, that I used the gesso I already had, and was like the only thing that really I had to get was the paints and the medium. But yeah, I was happy with myself, because my usual process is to be really hyped about something, then get the supplies for it, but usually the supplies take a bit of time to get here, and by the time they get here I have moved on to something else, which is awful, but at the same time I'm pretty sure you guys can relate and you guys get it. So yeah, this show of restraint was good for me. Thank you, Otto. She slept under the covers between us last night. Yeah, it should be illegal. I want yeah, seriously. Last year we said, I know my birthday is in September, and way too often it's stupidly hot for my birthday, and that's just not something I'm willing to deal with at all. Temptations, and not the cat food kind. Oh, is it because it's back to school and like there's sales and deals and new products everywhere? Is that what's happening? I thought the house paintings. I'm eager to see them. Am I? Oh yeah, of course. Otto, go ahead. Did you decorate for Halloween? Everyone is tempting me to paint big, which is an even bigger temptation as I know. Well, okay. So, can you do the restraint thing? Like, if you're moving, can you keep a couple of large boxes and prime like a panel of cardboard from it and paint big on that, just to try it out? I really want some new colored pencil and a bunch of new gouache and some water-soluble oil paints. The only reason why I stopped painting in acrylic was because I had my then very small flat fill with canvas very rapidly. Would you give it another try now, or are you still a bit limited in space? See, this is the point where I'm bummed I don't really have a magenta in this set, but I'll have to make do. So you know, I like to hand make decoration. Yeah, I have one unpainted canvas. I would use that and a wood panel. It would be my restraint. That's a good restraint. Because, I mean, I don't feel it's fair to our creative spirit to completely shut down every temptation we get. Especially if it's not just about, like, oh, I need to get the full range of this medium I've never tried, you know. But if it's something you can try with a very limited investment in things, or use mostly stuff you already have, I think it's a really fun idea to try it out. So at least now you have a bit of data on how you like it, how it works, what's your enjoyment of it, and all that. Does that make sense? I really want to try a few tubes of schminke gouache. It's been so tempting. And I only use what I have once in a while. It's so tempting. Why specifically that gouache box of paint? This year I'm thinking of getting some cardboard circles. Maybe cut them out myself and cover them in Liberty fabrics. Cover two, the same fabric, then glue them back to back. So it's like a flat bubble. So how thick of a cardboard are you getting? The pencil, just want them all and don't know how to narrow it down because I don't know what I want them to do other than oh, I know that problem too. Oh my gosh. I was thinking about making some ornaments from felt. Oh, that's lovely. That reminds me, I have a DIY embroidery kit for Christmas decorations that are little Christmas penguins that I've had for like 30 years. And I keep carrying it with me, but never really giving it a go. And it should be a go this year if I can find it. I saw it recently, but I don't know where I put it again. But I should really try finishing it. That would be really fun. They're super cute. It's like a felt kit where you have all the bits pre-printed on the felt and you cut them and you sew them on to the base and it has sequins and little things. It's super cute. Which is probably why I've held on to it for so long, because it's really cute. I just never had the time to do it, but I really should get to it now. Should make a gouache because it's actually an okay price and doesn't turn into... Winsor Newton is the worst gouache. If you go to the US at some point, you might want to grab a few tubes of the M. Graham gouache. So far, they are the one gouache that I've tried that keeps well, re-wets well, and doesn't become little hard bricks. But it's absolutely not worth it to buy it from the UK. Make it a pre-Christmas... That should be perhaps the whole of December streams, because there's quite a few of them. I need to find it and assess what kind of work I have yet to make on it. I think that would be really fun. Hold on. Not very thick, just sturdy enough to stay flat when I glue them. Because I was wondering, why do you want to glue two cardboard together instead of having fabrics on both sides of one? Is it because you want to sandwich a ribbon or something in the middle for attachment? Like to attach the bauble to the tree? Because I really like this idea. I think it's really, really cute. And you can easily use... I think even like white glue might work for that, but any kind of Mudge Budge glue thingy would work for that. Chroma colors, Prisma. Prisma is hard to get outside of North America, aren't they? I vote yes. Good. Good. I'll have to remember to put that on my calendar or something, but I'm all for it. Poor Shiro is outside looking at me like, why did you make it rain? I love the idea of an ornament stream. Let me know beforehand so I can embroider along. So how early do you guys want to get started on the ornaments? So basically, when do you put up your Christmas trees? Basically, because I want, okay, sandwich ribbon, yeah. To hide away the fabric edges easily. Okay, cool. I was going to cut the circle and stitch all around the edges, then I can pull thread tight wrap. What weight of fabric will you be using? Yeah, you have the family hookup. So my personal recommendation, if you want to try a gouache, I don't know if your approach is to get basic colors or if you want some fun colors to begin with, but yeah, the basic cyan, magenta, yellow, black and white for gouache, and you can get them from M. Graham, and I've been able to put those in little palettes and it stays together, like it stays together better than ultramarine blue watercolor does in most brand. Of course, ideally you kind of wet them every once in a while so they don't completely become like a fully dry, but since they have a bit of honey in them, they tend to keep a lot better. It's the only gouache I know that has honey in it, and that really helps with the texture of it. If you use felt in the middle, auto, you can sew a nice stitch on the border to hide the edge, fabric edge. It's a super cute idea. Yeah, it really is. I put ornaments on my palm trees in Monstera. I don't have plants, I don't put up a tree, but I might just find a way to make a little garland and attach that somewhere on a bookshelf or something. Okay, Tanalong, yeah, that's good, because I was wondering, like, if it was gonna get bulky and if you would need to crop, like cut off some parts of your circle to limit the bulk on the back. Do you know what I mean? I've also seen star ornaments made with EPP diamonds. That's a really good idea. I might make one or two, but I won't be able to make a whole three's worth. Says the person who made how many crochet, like, lace snowflakes? Excuse me, but I have a little bit more faith in you than that. I mean, fine, just make a few if you want to make just a few, but you've made some pretty impressive projects. And sewing together EPP diamonds is not very... Yeah, but I can make 10 crochet snowflakes in a day. I don't think I can do that with EPP. Really? Okay. Though I think if you make them into ornament, you can just leave the cardboard in them, right? I know some crafters begin with Christmas in October to give people time to follow that. Oh, that's feel like blasphemy. Christmas before Halloween? Are you kidding me? I get it, but yeah. I love our new tree so much. It folds up onto itself and we roll it out. Step on a pedal and boom, Christmas tree. That sounds amazing. I put lights along the shelves and hang ornaments. Yeah, I tend to put lights in the windows because I've always loved lights in the windows. And ornaments fairly limited because of the cats and because, I don't know, it's a bit of a hassle, but that's what's in. Okay, Blue Box, can you please show where you got the tree from? We need to replace our tree soon. Maybe sequences? What? We have a beam that runs between and coastline setup. Oh, that's really cool. Halloween first. Yes. Halloween is the best holiday of them all. And I'll fight anyone who wants to argue with that. It is. Shut up. Does it do the ordeal? Day 1 branches, day 2 lights. Yeah. We have a rule in my house. I must leave the husband to put up the tree and the lights. Okay. So when do you come in for the ornaments, I guess? Oh, I straight up put my hand in it. Whoops. That area has mostly dry, thankfully, but yeah. Yeah, I am in charge of ornaments, huh? Vermont white spruce flip tree. The tree is an area where hubby has weaponized incompetence. You just do such a better job than I ever could. Salut Chiro. Ouais. T'aimerais ça avoir des amis, hein? Ouais. Oui, c'est difficile d'être une petite minette. Yawn. I kind of want to make my own wreath for Christmas. And I kind of want to... Ooh, that's lovely. Shiro has a lot of things to say. Ah ouais? Oui, mademoiselle? Bugger. It's incredible. It really peels all the way back to the gesso layer. And we're gonna need more paper towels. Oh, have a good night, Yuri. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, it lifts a bit too well. I don't want to put too much paint back on my palette because I feel myself getting to the end of my energy level for this. I don't want to waste a bunch of paint, but I still want to use what I have on there. Maybe it's part of the open. Maybe. Is it annoying me? Yeah, a bit, I think. Because you have no... it's like, even if I try to pick it up immediately, it's gonna lift the paint. But, I mean, you can smudge some paint back in there, but it's a bit annoying that the time frame for liftability is so long, because yeah, I tend not to be super careful about that, so that's might be my fault as well. Maybe I need to be more careful when I have water on my brush to not carry too much water to the painting. Another thing that I notice is that their ultramarine blue is really transparent. Not a bad thing, it's just an observation, because I'm kind of used to it being a bit more opaque, like it tends to be in watercolor. It has a bit more substance to it, where here it feels quite translucent. Or transparent even. I think I'm gonna have to let this dry a bit, because otherwise I feel like I'm gonna just keep picking up color and get to the orange base layer, which is not what I want to do. So what have I learned with this first session is that these lifts really well. They indeed take a substantial amount of time to dry, which is the whole goal of it, so that's nice. Also, in terms of painting with acrylics, which is not something I'm familiar with these it's best to use a regular palette or a disposable palette rather than a wet palette. And also, I'm learning that if I'm painting a dark piece, it's probably best if I don't have a weird white border all around, and that I should cover up the whole area, even if it looks a bit weird, like it does right now. But I'm gonna come back when this is dry and I can add more layers on top to make it match a bit better. But at least not having the really bright stripe of white kind of helps. Does that make sense? Maybe it would work well if you used the normal acrylic for the first layers and then added the open on top for workable. Yeah, possibly. It's a bit what I tried to do with the base color layer, to have kind of a main color that might show through in some areas, like a bit like a mother color in a way, but also not. And I'm gonna have to, hold on, too many things. I'm gonna have to try the medium too with regular acrylics to see how that goes. Now I'm probably gonna bin this. I hate wasting paint, but I know that's something that happens with acrylic and you just have to accept it. But yeah, I know that next time I need very minimal amounts of red, green, and yellow. And I can always add more if I need more. I hate having this open. I know I'm gonna make a mess of it, but if I try to dispose of it right now, I might make a mess anyway. Thank you, paints. Alright. Well, that was an interesting foray into a completely new thing. What am I supposed to do with it now? I guess I should just leave it there, but what am I going to do on the street? Oh, pauvre Chiro. Baby. Hello. Tu veux juste des amis. She just wants friends. She doesn't have her umbrella right now. It's raining, so I guess I could put her umbrella out, but it's a really old umbrella and it's not exactly waterproof anymore. Oh, she's just in the window and she's like falling asleep while sitting, and I think she would like to come in or, you know, do something. She doesn't like rainy days, but this isn't, I'm not her mom, sadly. If I was her mom, she wouldn't be outside at all, because I struggle too much with having my pets go outside. But yeah, she looks inside like forlorn, and she just wants to be in a place that's dry. At least it's not cold. In the fall, when it gets cold and rainy, I get so bothered by seeing her outside. And eventually, when it starts snowing, she goes back inside full time. Oh, stretching my back. Do they say how to use this here? Increases working time when added to acrylic paints and mediums. Do not use alone or as a painting medium. Thoroughly mix no more than 1 part retarder to 6 parts paint. That's a weird ratio. Bear! Hi, baby. Aww. Did you finally solve the mystery of the sparkly bear? Or is it still a mystery? By the way, if you ever need to look for a disposable palette, this is the one from Holbein, the gray paper. I really like it. I think it's a really handy format too. Oh, I did solve the mystery glitter ball bear. Ooh, what was it? How? How? Where? What? Where does this paint come from? Might have to go wash my hands just so I don't put more paint in places I don't want paint to be. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Let's bring this stuff with me. Good. Ah, this is the palette. Sorry. Yeah, I really struggle with having paints, and also an issue with acrylic is that you can't afford to let it dry on brushes or whatever because it's gonna ruin stuff. The reason I couldn't find any glitter in the bath is because he wiped almost all of it up with his fur. There was a patch on one side of super fine glitters. Oh, that's so funny. He wanted to be fabulous. It was really pretty. It was like a magic witch's familiar level of pretty. Magical cat. That's so funny. Hubby wanted to see him do the ragdoll test, and Bear looks like I put it through. What's the ragdoll test? no neck, 3/4 all back legs. Oh no! It doesn't say on the tube how long it's supposed to take to dry, but I think it's a few hours to be fully dry. Whereas if you're familiar with acrylics, it's a few minutes. So fluffy. Hold them up under their front legs and see if you can. I've seen that done with kittens a lot, and it's so funny. Even his tail is straight down and relaxed. That's so funny. Oh, he's so fluffy. So, do you think he might be part ragdoll in the mix, or is just a very chill cat? Yeah, I was about to say I don't think he got that from Emmy. Did I ever tell you guys about the time I saw a stupid trick on like Instagram? It was a meme. It was like something like, oh, if you have a cat and you want to pet their belly, here's a couple of things you can do, and then the cat will let you pet their belly. And it was something like, oh, I don't remember, like scratch them between the ears, and then the side of the face, and then do this thing, and then do this thing, and then you can scratch them on the belly. And I had Scout with me when I saw that, so I was like, huh, stupid thing, cat, stupid thing to do with a cat. Hey, let's try. So I did try, and she instantly bit me so hard that I have a scar on my arm now. She drew blood. Was it from you, Otto? I don't even remember. I didn't even I didn't even remember it was from you. And it's fine. It was so funny because, no, don't be sorry. It was hilarious. And I mean, I mess up my arms on my own, so that, but it was just so funny that I'm pretty sure if I'd done that to Peko, she would just have wiggled away, you know. But I did it with Scout, and she's such a temperamental cat full of character that her first instinct was like, no effing way, chump. And I was like, ew. Okay, well then. Oh, I don't feel bad, Otto. It was so funny. It really made me laugh because it was the most Scout thing that could have happened. And in itself, that's always something that I will find funny. She has such a bad character. She's so angry all the time. It's so funny. What was the thing she did yesterday that really cracked me up? She went and stepped on my keyboard while I was not there, and I had a Discord window open in a server with friends, and her walking on the keyboard, she was about to ban one of our friends from the server. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is scout coded. It was not like, oh, I'm gonna promote someone to moderator or whatever. It was, I'm gonna ban this person and kick them out forever. And I was like, oh god. Yeah, I think it was on purpose. Like, everything she does is always so angry. She did not approve. No, no. She has too much character for her own good. Which makes for some really funny situation, but also can be a bit distressing for her at times, I guess, like when she goes to the vet and she really hates it. Next time we have to go there. Like when we went last time, she was really mad. She doesn't lash out, she doesn't attack, but she will yell so loud for such a small cat. It's unbelievable. And at some point, the vet was trying to assess something, and she put a kind of it looks a bit like a cone where you cut off the tip, and they put that on the pets' heads so they don't see. It's like it holds their mouth closed and covers their eyes, and she got extra mad with that. So next time we have to go, I have to remember to tell the vet that she will get mad anyway, but if you put the thing on her that makes it so she can't see what's going on, she's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna be the worst, the absolute worst. And it was so sad to see. She was so mad. I shared a video of the test on the afterpart. I'll have to check that after the stream. Since I use my phone for streaming now, I can't check anything really while I'm streaming. But yeah, poor baby. She just wants to be in control. And she's not in control when she's at the vet. Poor baby, that is so stressful for Scott. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you put the finger on it. It's stressful for everyone involved. I'm sure we get extra white hair when we go, and she gets so angry. And then she comes back, and then the cats are mad at each other. Did I tell you also that last time we came back, opened the carrier, she went out, she did a few steps inside the apartment, she went back to the carrier, she hissed at the carrier, and then she moved on. But she had to come back to hiss at the carrier just to show her discontent. And that was kind of funny. I have a car that's selling point is driving itself, and I won't even let it change lanes for me. Well, to be also accurate with the whole situation, it's not very good at self-driving. It has some pretty serious issues that you kind of have to keep your hands on the wheel anyway. Have you tried putting like little hats on Bear or little outfits? The outfits I might not be a big fan of, but the hats I always think it's so cute to put little hats on cats. He's often a shotgun. The joke doesn't work really well in English because of words and their meaning, but we have a name for that in French. A joke. It's a joke, but when we carry the cats like shotguns, cat in French is chat. And so we have chat, shotgun, chat, shotgun. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. It doesn't really work in English because chat is something else. But yeah. We play a game where I'm holding him, walk up to hubby and say, smell my feet, and he kicks out his back toes on top of us. Yep, he's a good sport. I don't know why, that's really funny. So yeah, I think I will, this is not finished. I will definitely come back and try to work a second pass on it. Basically noodle with it some more. Perhaps I will ruin it, perhaps I will help it. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I will try to work on this hopefully during the week. If not, that might be what the next stream will be about. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I have a tension headache and it's creeping back in from having to look at chat on the side, you know, like this is, I'm facing forward like that and my chat window is to the side, so I have to turn to see chat. But it's kind of putting a bit of strain on the tension headache, and I need to go roll my back again to try and release it a bit. I have a kind of hard ball thingy that you can use to roll sore muscles. So I used it against the wall and I rolled my back and I probably look like a stupid bear. Not the cute cat, like the actual bear thing when they scratch their back on a tree. But sometimes I can get the right spot and it hurts and it goes crunch and then it feels better. So hopefully I can get that. I really am happily a cat person now. I still want a puppy, but these two are the best. Yeah, and it's not mutually exclusive. You can be a cat and a dog person and a pet person in general. Yeah, I'm gonna go roll my back a bit. Thank you so much, guys, for being here and for putting up with this weird experiment in painting. Yeah, those balls are great. I have two. I have one that's has a handle and it's embedded in it and you can roll it, but I also have the one that you can put on the wall, and it's tricky and I'm pretty sure it looks pretty stupid, but when you can get the right spot with the ball, it works so well. But yeah, and also you can do it on your own, so if you are by yourself because whatever reason, well, you can just roll on it and fix stuff with it. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being here. I'm eager to go check all this stuff on the Discord, and we will see each other in the next stream, probably next weekend, same time, same place. I hope you have a great week, and take care. Bye bye.